So, this is our 4th trip up to the Cedar Springs property. This time we drove up Friday night so we could get a nice early start Saturday. And of course, by early start, we mean going shopping, because what else do you do? We're also trying out our new wireless mics.
Because you can't do anything without spending money on tech.
Gotta buy more stuff. But I'm really hopeful that this solves some of our basic problems now that we've got the mic mic'd. I'm like actually walking away here. I'm not zooming out. Hopefully I don't trip over a twig or a
Bear.
or greenbrier and die. Okay, but keep talking or something.
What?
Keep talking or something.
I'm hoping that even with you being far away from me, I can at least compete volume-wise and not require so much editing to try to match the voices out.
Well, and you know what? That editing not only takes a long time, but I'm not very good at it. So,
No, you did a pretty good job editing a drone footage and turn it from boring drone footage to like Flight of the Valkyries from
that was pretty awesome.
Apocalypse Now. I still giggle when I see that every time I see it.
We actually have blue skies.
Blue sky. Don't say anything, you'll scare them.
Right.
The stars last night were unbelievable.
We haven't seen stars like that in years.
I haven't seen that many stars in so long. There's not a whole lot of light pollution. There's some over to the north. I guess Kingwood or wherever. What's over there?
I have no idea. Let's go for a drive and find out.
Rather go to Morgantown and get what we need to get and get back here. You know how I feel about leaving property.
And we're just getting more stuff to finish up the inside of the shed, because in the not so distant future, you're going to have to come up by yourself, all alone, in the middle of the work week to be able to meet with contractors and engineers and the like to get work started.
And I'm going to need whiteboards on every surface to draw on, because
that sounds like paradise.
I got to stay amused.
I would love to have a room that was entirely whiteboards on the inside.
Somebody will look at me and say, "Do you work for MITRE?" But gotta have a fire because cold.
It's not that bad. Which I know is really funny, because the 2 trips ago, was it, that we came out and it was in the 40s and we were freezing our bleeps off. But here we are, it's in the 30s this morning and we're all like,
you see, I have no bleep left.
I did not get that in the video, just
good. Big difference.
Because it's not wet.
It's not precipitating, and we're not soaked at the feet. I mean, you couldn't walk across a field without making that the standard SCA noise. Squish, squish.
Yeah, the ground's relatively dry, and we've also had more time to acclimate to the cold weather, because it is December now.
Don't say that. Another year wasted.
No, it's not wasted. We've at least got the property now, even if things aren't moving as fast as we would like. I mean, at least we're here. It's True. Something. It's physical. It's real.
Right. Should have told everybody we were coming up here and had an organized work day. Anybody in the local area who wants to come and play, bring some gloves and clothes you don't mind getting torn up.
I'm actually thinking about scheduling something like that for spring.
We'll get
when it's warmer.
We'll get a bunch of, well, a few beers and a bunch of water and soda and stuff. Well, in the spring when it's warm, they can just camp. We'd have a big old camp
with
out
the bears and the coyotes.
Yeah. Well, build a big bonfire right in the middle of the field.
That'd be cool.
Bring all the big brush in and have us a shindig.
Where are you going? What you doing?
To the woods.
What you doing?
I'm picking 10 square feet at a time to try to clear crap out of. Instead of looking at the entire property and all these different piles of wood and going, yes, must clear everything, I've got to focus a little narrower because I'm running from one place to another accomplishing nothing. And this one, I've already cleared from pretty much the line back.
Lots of little sticks for firewood.
Say again?
Lots of little sticks for firewood.
Yep. You see that? That is exciting right there.
What?
It's a pine tree.
Oh. Why is a pine tree exciting?
Because there aren't any on the property.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know what kind it is, but...
Well, and it looks like it's been pretty mangled.
Yeah.
Because that's like all there is to it.
We'll see if we can do anything to help it out. If not, we'll remove it and we'll start buying Christmas trees for the property with root balls.
Christmas trees.
And then we'll plant Christmas Grove.
That would be awesome.
I've always wanted to do that because think about that during the wintertime, having a Christmas Grove, because we could probably do 5 or 6 bold trees here a year and then plant them. And then the next year, decorate them.
Have solar operated lights on them.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Place for people to walk down to and all ooh and ah. Christmas land. Because, I am Santa.
The Christmas peacock.
I do more than his lazy ass does in a year.
That's it. You're not getting any presents from Santa this year.
Although Kurt Russell could probably kick my butt. Twig in the coffee.
Huh. So how far do you think you are from me at this point?
I'm ready to go at any point.
No.
I've had coffee.
Distance.
Oh.
Distance-wise.
40 feet.
Okay. I am noticing that the weight on the gimbal is a little off. Because this recording app I'm using's got a horizontal line. And so the weight of the USB microphone is just a little bit off.
Don't they have balancers?
Oh, yeah. That balancer would be in the app for the gimbal that won't work and hasn't worked since the Android 12 update. Yeah, the actual app that came with the gimbal has a balancing option where I could go in and manually adjust the balance to compensate.
Look, the birch bark is peeling off in sheets.
Over the river and through the woods to Morgantown we go.
Yay.
This will be an adventure. Oh, why the grumpy voice?
I don't like leaving once I'm there because we're going on a 45-minute trip to Morgantown and it'll end up being 3 hours round trip.
Well,
And we'll get back just in time for dark.
we'll try to be quick. Are we sure that we're going to the right Lowe's? Because doesn't Morgantown have 2 Lowe's?
Yeah. Hopefully. I don't know. I hope their inventories are similar and we don't have to go to both.
Because you did look online to make sure that the paneling we wanted to put up on the inside of the shed was in stock.
Right.
But it could have been a different Morgantown than the one that we're actually going to.
Right. Well, they're both within a couple of miles of each other. so Morgantown's not that big. I just, like I said, I don't like leaving once I'm there.
Because any trip takes
3 times as long as it should.
like the trip to Ace Hardware last trip.
And we'll get there and it'll be like, oh, we're hungry.
Oh, hey, as long as we're in town anyway, let's grab some lunch while we're here rather than...
Or in last time's case, we're hungry, we didn't have breakfast, let's go to Cracker Barrel and wait for an hour and then wait for another hour. But chicken fried steak was good. Didn't feel much like working when I got back.
That's when you just want to come back and go to sleep.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, tell you what, we will be focused and we'll be quick. And
Squirrel!
We won't get all distracted by
We won't
Christmas decorations that we could dress up the shed with, make the cabin look all Christmassy, some solar-powered Christmas lights for the blueberry bushes out front. We won't do any of that, promise.
You can do whatever you want. I'm going to load 3 panels and leave.
I'll be walking back to Morgan. The
1-800
Kingwood from Morgantown.
1-800 Uber. Now we got to get this. We got to get this paneling done, and then we can play.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
What you doing?
I'm pruning branches lower than 6 feet.
I don't seem to recall as that was on our to-do list for today.
No, it wasn't, but you're not the one who walks out here at 2:30 in the morning to refill the generator. I got bitch slapped by every tree between the shed and the generator. Plus, it actually looks better. And when the goats are out here, if there's no real low foliage, and there are people out here as well, they can walk around and not get hit in the face by branches, and it'll keep the goats from trying to climb the tree to reach the low foliage. So I've been told.
Right.
I've also been told that goats will climb trees just for giggles. So anyway, it gave me something to do while everybody else was putting on their morning faces and drinking coffee and trying to de-squeak.
Let me tell you, so I'm holding the gimbal, so no one has to look at my face after 2 days of sleeping in a cot, but my voice.
Imagine this, but female without a beard.
That's
last night the smoke was thick.
I absolutely have campfire voice.
Excuse my foulness. And the fact that we laid out in the middle of the field looking at the unbelievable stars and waiting for Mr. Musk's satellite train to make a second pass.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Like, if it had only been 8 dots in a row in the sky, I would have assumed it was Santa Claus and his reindeer.
No doubt. That was the freakiest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was just like, it was, I mean,
it
from
was like
where we were, it was like
line.
a half mile, and they're spaced in between, and the spaces didn't change, and they're just booking right all across the night sky. I kept waiting to hear explosions in the distance.
Yeah, it was a bit freaky. Like, surreal. Like, what on earth is that going through the sky?
Yeah, I won't say the first words that came out of my mouth when I saw it, but...
What did we determine it was? A satellite train?
Elon Musk has a company, and I can't think... SpaceX. It was a SpaceX satellite train.
So we believe.
Well, that's what...
As far as we can
Googled
tell.
it.
Yeah.
And that's what they all say it is. And then we waited up for another... Because it supposedly circles the Earth every 90 minutes, so we waited up for a little over 2 hours. Waiting for it to come back. Well...
I didn't wait up. It was cold. Which, speaking of cold, I will say that their fire has been absolutely delightful.
Yes, it has. Especially now that we lumberjacked that big log up here, and it was so nice and dry, I was able to split it.
Right.
And I'm going to have to split a little bit more wood before we leave for next time.
And then, of course, the lodge, all decked out for Christmas.
Yep.
Who knows if we're going to get back here for Christmas. But it's got its cute little wreaths. And so, but that's on the outside. On the inside, yesterday we got 3 pieces of paneling up on the ceiling.
We got 4 pieces of paneling up, but we had to tear one down because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, so that doesn't really count. So we're going to get the rest of the ceiling panels up today.
Ow, that's hot.
And then maybe if we've got time, we'll go to Contemplation Rock and clean it off. Because Contemplation Rock is one of our, I don't know, what would you call it? Like a major landscape, like a centerpiece.
It's definitely a bullet point. It's an accomplishable bullet point on the list of stuff I want to get done. Serves 0 purpose at this point, but with all the frustration that I've been feeling trying to get stuff moving out here, I need a victory, even if it's a small victory.
Awesome. Hey, so it's 10 o'clock. Let's finally get our day started.
Sounds good.
So we've made our way to the power lines, which, you know, in a perfect world, I think we would have preferred property that didn't have power lines running right through them. But I think we can possibly use this to our advantage and come up with some way to take advantage of this land in a way that doesn't, you know, keep us from achieving our dreams and our goals just because there's this massive power line running through it.
No, there's there's good and bad points to it. The land is still technically ours. We can't put any permanent structures on it.
Well, and we're not going to want any of our, the yurts or the pavilion or the classrooms too close to this anyway because of the electromagnetic radiation.
Right. But what we can do is we can put temporary paddocks down here.
Oh, for like the goats and any cows.
Goats and stuff.
Milk cows. Jessica's Highland Scottish cows.
Miniature Highland Scottish cows, yeah. They have to...
Because if it's Jessica's, it needs to be miniature.
Right. They have to let me know ahead of time when they're coming in to at least cut with the helicopter so we can make sure everything's out of the way. But, there's nothing that says we can't use this land. We can put septic on this land. We just can't build a permanent structure above ground. The only thing, as far as I want to go down here, is there's what appears to be the foundation of some type of structure. I just want to see what that is, and you can see. So right over there is the top of the shed. That'll give you some idea of where we are.
Oh, okay.
It gives you a different perspective of how much stuff needs to be cleared. Now we have a natural draw right here, which will, in essence, become the overflow runoff for the pond. I just wanted to see if this was fallen lumber or if it was actually some type of frame.
I'm so excited by the possibility that we're actually going to be able to hear you through all this, because right now, you're walking way ahead.
All right, so that was what I saw. It's not a foundation, it's just fallen lumber.
And God's own supply of Allegheny blackberries.
Right. Do you want to go to the crest line of that power line and look down?
Yeah, sure. That sounds like fun.
So we're on the power line, and I'm guessing, uneducated guess, that this probably marks the property line on the
east, where the eastern edge.
Yeah, eastern edge is right here.
Didn't we see oh, there is the tags right there.
I'm guessing that road down there was something, the part of it that they sold to allow the timber company to have access to their property.
That's kind of cool looking, though.
Yeah, in a sad, horrible kind of way.
Because there's like, woo, wow, ugh. Oh, look at all those rocks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're past the border right now, but I just wanted to get a picture of all those rocks. That's cool.
Oh man, those are awesome rocks.
Yeah.
See, now I want those rocks.
I don't know what we would do with them, but they're really cool.
Put them around the pond. So this is the entrance. We're about 15, 20 feet off the property line. This is the idea, or the place that I want to put the entryway to Cedar Springs. And I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but I'm thinking a column on either side of the road, and then a curving, sweeping wall going forward to a smaller column. Dream big.
Right.
And then we can potentially put gates up.
Wrought iron gates
with the logo.
That make the shape of a peacock's tail arching up in the center.
Or the logo of the thing.
Or both.
Okay, come with me. So this area over in here, beyond where the power line are, I don't know exactly how we'll do it. It won't be a permanent structure, but we're going to use this area probably right down in here. I'll have to find out what the regulations are for overflow parking. Get in here and pack it good with the first 3-inch or the 4-inch gravel, and then a smaller gravel on top of it. So the people staying in the yurts, the vehicles won't be up on site. They'll be a little bit far away, and we'll have a taxi service with a
Golf cart,
UTVs
ATV,
to get them down to their vehicles. Should they want to leave? Why in the world would you want to leave?
right?
Anyway, this way we can keep the yurt area,
Idyllic.
yeah, free of vehicles and stuff. And all you have to do is basically hop on the phone or whatever and say, hey, I need to go down to my car, or you can walk down there.
It's not that bad of a walk.
No, it's a beautiful walk.
And it will be better once we have a chance to smooth out the walkways
Get
here.
an actual road in here. Although they did pretty good up for another 50, 60 yards. No idea where all of this down here will be, but it'll be a lot prettier with a lot less dead wood. Lots of plants.
Trees.
Trees. Well, there's already lots of trees, but lots of other trees. And possibly even line the driveway with apple trees or
Redbuds. We were going to line the driveway with redbuds.
That's right. Redbuds. Get some of these big stumps out of here. That, although, is probably an awesome mushroom pile in the spring and summer.
We could also just embrace the direction that things seem to want to go and line the
chaos.
No.
Embrace the chaos.
Rhododendrons.
Oh, wow.
Line the driveway with rhododendrons because they're going to be
sort of already done.
Because those are going to be evergreens, so they're going to be beautiful all year round, and then in the spring they'll have those flowers.
Once we get a lot of this cleared out of here, I'm sure they would be happy to move in. Lots of interesting tree got cut down, coppicing action going on a bunch of these stumps. All right, we're going to veer to the left.
Oh, we are? Okay.
Oh, wait, isn't that where? No, we don't want to veer to the left. We want to go this way.
No, Contemplation Rock can be accessed via either route.
So this is...
Squish.
This will be the road to the down, where the high wall was done.
And Rhododendron Ridge.
The Rhododendron Ridge. Get a lot of dead stuff cleared out of here and turn the goats loose. Let them eat everything that... I wish they would eat the tires too. That would be nice.
Oh.
So now we need to go up here, right?
Yes.
Okay. This will be changed so it's a lot smoother walking path. This will be a good test for the ambient noise filter.
Yeah, absolutely. We're walking through some really loud leaves right now. So it'll be interesting to see these. What is it that they call them? I probably shouldn't even talk about things I don't know about. The things that go over a microphone that cut down on that wind noise.
The mice whiskers, cat whiskers.
Cat whiskers.
Yeah, we've got small foam ones on these that cut down on the wind a little bit. But
it'll be interesting to see how much
look. So once this is a nice cut down grass, moss, whatever this stuff is, this seems to take over any area that's cut pretty good. And it's a nice little smooth walking path, and it's all rhododendron out there.
Yeah.
And we're coming up into what would be the area for the yurts. And the project for today that I have blown off putting up further ceiling panels for is right here.
Contemplation Rock.
Contemplation Rock. And this right here was a cedar.
How do you know?
Just the look of the wood. fact that this thing has been cut and rotting forever. It's still solid.
Nice.
So I'm going to get this thing cleared off.
Alrighty, let's get to work.
All right.
Another work weekend over.
Yeah, now the sad part. Wrapping everything up and heading home.
You want to show us what you finished this weekend, or tried to finish?
We got 3 panels up. Actually, we had 4 panels up, but I had to take one down because I made a mistake when putting the first one up, and I didn't want it to be sloppy, any sloppier than it is. The pneumatic nailer did not work, so it all had to be nailed by hand. It was just sending the tacks right through the ceiling panel. So redid everything. Took a lot longer in town to get what we needed, but
It always does, just like you said in yesterday morning as we were heading to town.
yeah. But we got 3 up, and this morning we could have gotten the other 3 up, but there wouldn't have been any time to do anything else on the property. And there was just stuff that was, for lack of a better word, more fun to do. And truthfully, after the last week, having a little bit of fun or something relaxing or accomplishing something good was more important. So we did other stuff, and I'll do it next time I'm up here. Hopefully that'll be again soon.
Yeah, the only thing is we just don't really know with the weather.
That is true.
What we're up against.
That is extremely true. We'll hope for the best and deal with it as it comes.
Maybe we can come up for Christmas.
It's been Christmas here.
All I want for Christmas is to freeze to death at Cedar Springs Fiber Arts Center and Retreat.
I can think of worse things to do. So we got everything packed up after a couple of rough days of work, but it was good. It was good to be out. We got more wood cleared.
We got Contemplation Rock freed up.
We did. That was a huge thing in my mind. Had beautiful weather.
Absolutely gorgeous weather. Probably the best weather we've had since we came up to look at the property the very first time when we fell in love with it.
Right. We got to see incredible stars. It was relatively mild weather-wise until it wasn't.
Yeah, it's gotten chilly as this day has gone on.
It has. And last night went from pleasant around the fire, cooking dinner, to we're done, it's time to get inside.
Yeah.
I think it got down to 26, 28 degrees.
Yeah, the pond was iced over this morning, not hard enough to ice skate on.
It was crunchy when I came out at 2:30 to refill the generator. The grass was crunching. One of the coolest things this morning, though, when the sun was coming up, I was standing right over by the fire, looking out over the grass, and it actually looked like in the old Snow White movie, the cartoon, when you're looking at the mine walls, they were all glittering with the gemstones. That's what the grass looked like this morning. It was just beautiful.
It's our treasure.
Yeah, it was a good trip. Timing wasn't great, but I think after the last 2 weeks we've had, a little getaway was needed. So now we get back and get back to work for the live feed, which this probably won't be seen before because it does take time to edit.
I'm getting better, but it's
You're getting much better.
It still takes a while, and then there's all the other stuff we need to do to get ready for the live feed too.
So we're decorated. Hopefully Santa will drop by here. If I don't get back here before Christmas, he'll drop by and leave me a Bobcat skid loader with a big blue red bow on it.
You don't want much.
No, I don't want much. Hey, Santa, bring me a $57,000 tractor. But anyway, we are going to hit the road. We got a 3-hour ride home. So till next time, ciao.